Hello there. Yeah, this is just quick tips on the Ouija board, the Ouija, and Devil's board, however many names you want to name it. It's the same shit. Basically, it's gonna be like what 10 quick tips and some other things you could also do along with it. Basically, number one, never do it alone. Actually, have a friend with you, someone that you can actually really trust, and someone that won't play games with you. You know, it's like spirits are really not to be messed with. Bottom line. And if you have a friend that's like playing with you and like actually just messing with you, like mentally, you're gonna be weaker if this friend is fucking with your head. Number two, really don't. You have to be not afraid at all. Well, it's okay to be somewhat afraid if it's your first time, but really try not to be afraid. Why? Well, basically, spirits feed off of people's fear, and trust me, any spirit, good, bad, feeds on fear. If it's a good, you're afraid, it could turn into a more violent or aggressive spirit. Actually, number three, don't ask about yourself first. You have to know more about this spirit to actually like. It's kind of like talking with someone else. It's like don't really talk about yourself first. Like try to figure out who this person is and everything. It's just the same with the spirit. Talk with the spirit first, and you have to find out who they are, what they did, everything, you know? This comes really rare. Sometimes they say that they're celebrity. Most of the cases they weren't. They're probably just big shots who thought they had everything they, well, yeah, you know what I mean. Just big shots who probably just speaking big. So don't really put attention if they're celebrities, okay? And number five, don't ask questions that can scare you with their results. Well, if like don't ask, oh, where am I gonna die? What's gonna happen to me like later in life? Will I have a terrible accident? Any of those, just whatever. Just try not to ask those because if you get afraid by the answers you get, it could trigger like your fear could trigger them into becoming more violent, aggressive, and all that. Number six, limit your time. That's really key. You have to limit your time. Don't try to be on there for too long. If it's your first time, try to make it short. You know, like maybe 15 minutes at the max. And if you can actually keep doing this. Like you can keep like trying with the same spirit over and over, or with different ones. It really doesn't matter. You just have to like focus your time and try not to go on for too long. You know, it's like if you stay for too long and you do it often, like let's say you do it for weeks on end, that's really bad because well, like there's like you're eventually going to become addicted to it, and if you're addicted, then the spirits can actually take advantage of that. Number seven, keep any like religious things, whatever you believe in. Let's say you're Christian, Catholic, or whatever. Like you can keep a rosary with you, have some holy water if you want. Just any of your religious beliefs, and you think that those things are holy and could help you out in this like basically spiritual thing that's happening. Just keep it with you. Like it makes you feel safer, and if you truly believe in it, or maybe just a little bit believe in it, it could actually really help out in case of possession or anything that could go wrong. Always keep your hand on planchette, the little triangle thing on the board. Always keep your eyes on it, and preferably have a friend have their hands on it as well. But remember, always keep your eyes on it because, well, don't leave it unattended at all because like it can move by itself and you won't know what it's saying. Spirit could get angry and well, just goes on bad after that. Just don't leave it unattended. Try to have one other person with you with their hands on it as well, because and also a very key thing, always keep your both hands on it at all times. Don't ever let go for any reason at all. Don't ever let go. And if you feel the spirit becomes hostile, that's number 9. If you feel it become hostile or just angry, irritated or anything, just immediately just try to stop by saying goodbye and remove the board from where you are and get rid of everything and just leave it for some other day or something. Number 10, The proper removal of a Ouija board. Some people break it into 7 pieces, sprinkle some holy water on it, but really, some people it's really just safe to give it to a priest, really. Like, a priest knows actually what to do, how to get rid of it. If you don't want to give it to him in person, let's say you just, like, don't want to be found out by other people, you could just leave it at the freaking church steps. The priest has to see it. He will come over, he will get rid of it. And a really important thing, don't ever burn it or just destroy it, bottom line, because it's basically a portal that you just left open. And trust me, these things will follow you. Don't ever destroy it and just leave it there and think that will fix itself, because it truly won't. Let's see. Let's see. Some tips that you can do while doing this spiritual connection with the dead is you could burn sage, because like the smell itself, it just clears the veil between the spiritual world and the human world, really. Like, it brings forth good spirits, alleviates the surroundings. The good smell just like gives you like kind of like a morale boost. It's really good, smells good. Like, nothing bad will come of it. Just be careful that you don't burn it on something that I can actually burn, like let's say a rug or anything. Another thing, if you actually were to come possessed, which there is some risk of it that you will become possessed, just basically close the session off. Like I said, have 2 people on the board at the same time. Why? Because let's say one person becomes possessed, the other person can actually move the planchette over to the goodbye, and that will become the end of it. And after they say goodbye, the portal is closed, and you go attend your friend, or your friend will come over and help you out and see what's going on. That's why you also have to keep the religious things at hand, because let's say that, like the cross, you're religious, you believe in Jesus, or whatever you believe in, really. Let's say Christianity, you have the cross, you can just put on someone's chest, like pray, do whatever you actually believe in, will actually help get rid of this demon, bad spirit, whatever. Holy water, all of that, it can actually really help out. That's pretty much it. Just really be careful, because these spirits are really not to be tampered with, but you can still do it. It's a cheap thrill and a pretty bad one too. Always remember that you are in someone else's realm that you're not really supposed to be in, so try to limit your time and not be there for too long, because, well, you don't know, it's just bad things could happen. You're talking with a good spirit, and then out of nowhere it's just going to change like that. You have no idea how swiftly it can change from good spirit to a really bad one. And also, try to have a candle with you. Candle, whichever one. Try to have a candle, just one. White is generally for good spirit. Black is for a bad one, obviously. Try to have a white one with you, just like in front of the Ouija board. It's like the board, and then the candle will be right there. And have it on at all times. Usually, if it flickers and you feel like a gust in the room or something, well, you know that you're starting to have a connection with the dead. So always keep the candle with you. It's a good sign. And like, if it's on, it's just like normal flames, and if suddenly like flickers, and let's say you start having the connection, the planchette starts moving, and it's a good spirit, but then suddenly if it's a bad, it could turn out, or it starts to make like spark noises, like it's like little tiny like fireworks going off. Like it will turn off and then turn on. This has happened to me before. It turns off and it turns on, and it has like this sharp breaking noise, and that's a bad spirit. So try to close the session off as soon as you can. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just really be careful, because these guys are not to be tampered with. And safe ghost hunting, I guess. And take care.